Hello guys, so an Animal Crossing Superfan has maintained his GameCube town for literally 17 full years. Yes. We always talk about what it would like to be grab our old 3DS and GameCube throughout Animal Crossing, visiting the four abandoned villages. Yes, I just did that with like the 3DS one. There was weeds everywhere. People don't even remember who I am. But one person, at least one player of the original 2002 GameCube Animal Crossing, his village is just like he left it, because he never did. We completely devote ourselves to our virtual world, obsessed here with giving tree and animal friend. The moment we enter the moment we get bored and abandoned it all. Village is once being mysteriously clean and we are now reinfested and unkept. All the sense of betrayal in the air. It's a cool fate for animal pets we once endured, but a natural progression as we move on to other games. One player named Jeff, especially once you get to the new game, named Jeff has never known this feeling ever since he has gotten the game. He has maintained his town called Forest for the last 13 years, even though his play time has fluctuated for the years from his daily check-ins, monthly to weekly, and so on. No time that he outright abandoned his town. He has spent 10,000 hours, more console generations, 16 E3, as his town were a child. It'll be lessons to drive. My towns are links to the past that can be visited any time since Jeff. My GameCube town has most of the same villages it had 15 years ago. The villages like old friends in some cases, annoying neighbors you grown to like. His favorite villages are these guys, Wally, Bob, and Wolf. He is not too fond of others. Yoka is the worst. While it was originally released in N64 in Japan, it came out in the GameCube in 2002. A lot of emphasis in the NES games. They described it as the NES game compilation. He said, I got the game shortly after release and didn't take long till I was hooked. The real-time clock was something new to me. It definitely changed how I played the game. I bet there's some Japanese people who played it for longer because this game came out a long time ago in Japan before. With Harvest Moon, you could keep going with one more day, and hours at a time. Animal Crossing is different and each day had its own charm. But Nintendo wasn't served or able to sell outside of Japan. The game sold 10 million copies on the 3DS and DS, so the Wild World and New Leaf sold 10 million copies both, and both Wild World and New Leaf. And even though, while most players moved on, leaving the old towns behind to start a new one, new games, let's say folk release, and with VDS one released, he started playing them regularly without swapping the others. And Fujian owned the DS version. He eventually followed up with the Vi's Virtual Console release in 2016. Followed up with the Virtual Console release on the Wii U in 2016. He played four of them. I think I accomplished everything in out of the games because there are things that would take many years unless you time travel. Other than that, he's just missing a few things in each game, like the mushrooms in GameCube that only spawn on a single hour in a 2 week span in October. I have never been much in a bowling player. Yes, 3,000 hours on New Leaf, the GameCube and Wii version, but he has lots of hours. Saying typically higher to the games online. Play, dedicated Animal Crossing fan might play for a full year, maybe even two, before quietly playing and moving on to something else. But this guy has basically just said, you know what, I'm gonna play the game for basically it. One of his ideas of Pitfall Minority is the death trap designed for the world's neighbor to dig traps to all outside villages in a different area. I bury a bunch of pitfall seeds and stuff. Basically talks about how other things he went over like in Animal Crossing community and Miiverse and stuff. And he'll put blogs for Animal Crossing Amiibo, for Animal Crossing games. And of course he has sat down like phone all that stuff. So this is basically some guy who this is how much money he has in the game. So basically this is the guy. There's always these people in every game. And there's some guy who still plays the GameCube one 17 days, 17 years, since the game came out, and he'll likely play the game until he dies. He'll probably, or what I mean, for the rest of his life. So this is just one guy who played the game for practically every week to every month, and that's basically it. I won't be surprised if there's Pokemon fans who play every week to every month, and other similar types of games like The Sims and Halo, and even like some very old games like Mario. Even some Mario fans probably play once a month or once a week. Kirby fans, and there's those like too few fans that do play like every week to every month, and that's basically it. Makes anyway, and I bet I won't be surprised if there's one guy who played Tamagotchi Life, excuse me, for a month. Make sure you like, and subscribe for many years. Make sure you like, and subscribe, and goodbye.